When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for space, it's Underwood. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Catch in the middle, it's Anger. They got him free for a big game. .43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this, man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone.
take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Francis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They go to the end around to start the drive. That will get them thinking. And that was a creative play call, but a better defensive play to stop it for no gain. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Strong. Fires complete on the crosser. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The give on the inside. Finds some fresh air. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Grab near the marker. It's Conrad. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Strong. Snagged in the middle, it's Conrad. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, a great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Up to 45 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the running back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Forced out of the pocket. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Power football with the run. Oh, what a move. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Strong. The throw to the outside is complete. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, and nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's off. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's strong. Gets it out fast.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Shaw. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Toledo notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from the Glass Bowl is worth its weight in gold to the Rockets. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Makes the grab on the left. Looking for room at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on it.
Looking for room, it's Jordan.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. There he goes. Fights off of another broken tackle. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Going for the marker on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Strong. Fires left. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Conrad. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Field goal is good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. RPO and pull it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Some misdirection with the counter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Back to pass. It's strong. Grab near the sticks. It's Francis. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Gators trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. 22 water. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to take the top off. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Francis. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off play action on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown. In his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a...
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
To the ground with the back. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Might as well stick with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Quarterback may change this route. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gators will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt and take it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. He threw it big the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Gage. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the 2nd half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 22 over Eastern Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Sooners are on the move. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. They'll run it here on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Snaps it in the shotgun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Francis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Got the first down. Looking for more. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, well, he is hard to bring down.
Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air. It's Strong. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was
turning it on! And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll run the sneak for it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air, it's Strong. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Sooners will hustle to the line. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Paul? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Scanning the field, it's Strong. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? First down for this offense. He's looking to pass. Got his man quickly. Jumped on top of the pile. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving. And
it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
To the air on second down. Using the quick game. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
He breaks a tackle.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jordan. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They think there's room to run to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Finds him out of the backfield. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Sooners want to move quickly. They're going to run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.